Hey everyone, this is Shalini Joshi. I'm Dagni from magicalpainfreeliving.com. Welcome to this Facebook Live. And today's topic is the Songkran Spring Splash Season. Yes, it's a bit of a tongue twister. And I'm going to be sharing with you a bunch of things. Here's what I'm going to be sharing with you. I'm going to be sharing with you today a little bit about Songkran. And Songkran is the Thai New Year, Thailand's New Year. I'm based in Thailand, if you didn't know, if you're here for the first time. So I'm going to be sharing with you a little bit about this Thailand's New Year, which is called Songkran. We're going to talk about water because, Songkran, the Thai New Year, is also known as the Water Festival. So we're going to talk a little bit about water. I'm also going to be sharing with you the tool Emotional Freedom Technique. So if you've been following me and you've been hearing about EFT and you would like to get a taste of it, stay tuned because we'll be doing some live EFT tapping to tap and wash your troubles away, and also look at how we can create space for new to flow into our lives. So thank you for joining me. I had a bit of a snafu with this technical stuff and it wouldn't start, and finally we are here. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to all of you who are here live. Vinay, Kumar, Natalie, hi Natalie. Michael, Drew, thank you for joining. And if you are watching this on the replay, welcome again. And so first of all, I'm here, I'm based in Thailand, and this is the New Year season. It's a 3-day event, starts officially tomorrow. So let me wish all my Thai friends who are either in Thailand or outside of Thailand a very happy New Year, or as we say in Thai, Sawadee Pi Mai Ka. I want to share this. So the Thai New Year is called Songkran, and it comes from the Sanskrit word. It's called Samkranti, which really is the literal meaning is to pass over or to move into. And it has to do with this astrological passage of the sun from one zodiac sign to another. I'm not going to go into any technical details because I'm not an astrologer. I'm a pain relief expert. And so, there's this whole thing of moving from winter to spring. You can see it as in different ways. And I know Songkran is celebrated in Thailand, but we also have Makar Sankranti in India, and there are so many different regions in this part of the world that celebrate this festival in some form or another. And so the Thai New Year, Songkran is the Thai New Year, and it's usually celebrated during this time, mid-April. And it is also known as the Water Festival. But before I get into the Water Festival, it's a time of year. This is the time of the year when family and friends gather around, and young people in the family pay respect to the elders. There are temple visits. People go to the temple to ask for forgiveness, to pray. And there's also the element of water. And what happens is that the young ones, the younger generation, they pay respect to the elders. And one of the water ceremonies that happens is that the young people, they pour holy, perfumed water on the palms of the elders, whether it's parents or the big boss, or they celebrate it in offices too, and they pour holy water on the palms of the elders' hands to ask them for blessings. And so, and also the Thais, they bathe Buddha statues for spiritual cleansing and purifying, and so that is where the water, traditionally, that is how they were playing with water. And also they sprinkle, holy water on each other. it's perfumed water. It's not just regular water traditionally, and to cleanse and clear and bless. So that's how traditionally it's been celebrated. Today, Thailand is known, here, this festival, Songkran, is also known as the Water Festival. And, I've read some websites as I was researching about this to do this Facebook Live, and it's called, it's supposed to have the biggest water fight in the world. So nowadays, the youngsters are celebrating it in a real fun way. Not to say that the traditional aspect of it is lost. They're still doing the temple visits. They're still doing, the Thais are still doing, all the respect to the elders. But there is this huge fun element with water where people are on the streets and they'll be splashing you. If you're in Thailand, get ready to be splashed, and get ready to be soaked. Starting today, 12, 13, 14, 15, it's a 4-day event. And there are certain areas where it's a wild, wet time where people are, loaded with guns, water guns, and shooting guns, water guns at each other. So it has become known for these big gun water fights. But really, that's the essence of why water is being used during Songkran. And so, I want to talk a little bit about the water element, because water has so many in so many religions, in so many cultures. Water is so symbolic in so many different ways. I mean, when you think about it, every single day we physically clean ourselves with water. We wash our hands, we take a shower, we brush our teeth. So we're using water for physical cleansing. You can even use water for purifying, like spiritual cleansing, right? I have done lots of Hindu pujas, prayer ceremonies at home, and the priest, blesses the water. It's sprinkled with maybe rose water, and it's in, you set intentions, and then you sprinkle it all over your house for the energy to be purified, right? And there's always we're always told how we should drink a lot of water to cleanse our inside. And just water has this amazing energy where if you go for a swim in the water, if you go for a swim in the ocean or in the river, it has a very refreshing, happy, cleansing feeling to it. In fact, in rivers in India, the holy rivers, people go and take a dip to wash away their sins, to ask for forgiveness. So water has this, when I think of water, I wrote it down somewhere. It has all these different elements to it. It's life-giving, right? It's soothing. I mean, just to sit and look at water. I go to the park nearby my house for walks, and there's this huge lake, and it's just, people just come there and sit and just gaze into the water. So it has this healing, soothing, calming feel to it, right? And it's used in different religions, even in Christianity for baptizing. You bless with the holy water. So there's so many aspects and qualities and symbolism that water is associated with. And also, when you talk about water, there was this guy, a Japanese guy, Dr. Masuro Imoto, who had this huge work that he had done, this body of work. He passed away, he died, but he's done this amazing body of work on water and the impact of words and emotions and thoughts on water, right? And how they impact the structure, every structure of water. And so he did this. He's done this on oceans. He's done this on rivers. He's done this on by crystallizing, water and saying, if you say prayers or positive things, then the structure of the water molecule just changes into something so amazing. And if you say something negative, destructive, and angry to this crystallized water, to the water, crystallized water, then it becomes murky and muddy and ugly. And so this is really important because, we are 75% water, right? We ourselves are 75% water. And so, just the idea of what are the thoughts that we are saying to ourselves? What are we thinking? What are we feeling has an impact on the water inside, which is 75% of who we are. And so it's going to have a huge impact on our health, on our fitness, on the way we live our lives, the way we move forward in our lives. So if you wanna learn more about this book, Messages from Water by Dr. Masaru Emoto, it's a fantastic book. And so as I'm reflecting today, I'm in Thailand, and then it's Thai New Year, and it is the water festival. I'm thinking of all the ways, all the wonderful ways that water impacts us in different ways, and how we can use water to cleanse ourselves physically, to cleanse ourselves internally, drinking, the people do water detoxes. And even, if you go and have a swim in the ocean or stand under a waterfall, just in February, I had gone with a bunch of friends to Kanchanaburi, a place here in Thailand, and we stood under this massive waterfall, and it actually cleanses your aura, because you're not just a physical body, right? You're an emotion. You have an emotional body. You have a energy body, and standing underwater can be so refreshing. So if you have a shower at home and you stand under it, if you just visualize yourself being cleansed and all your troubles washing away, you can do that too. It's all about intention. And the other thing that I wanted to talk about was your body, right? Your body is 75% water. And so the thoughts that you're thinking, the feelings that you're feeling, the emotions that you are having are either positively or negatively impacting the water in your body. So while, and so if you have worries, and if you have stresses, which we all have, and if you have fears and doubts and feelings of guilt and shame and overwhelm, that's something that we go through every day. And while it is natural for us to have all these, when do we really take time to clean ourselves, to cleanse ourselves from these emotions which are affecting 75% of who we are? And so I wanted to share with you my favorite tool, which is called Emotional Freedom Techniques. It's also called EFT. It's also called tapping. That can help you on a daily basis, just like you shower away your physical dirt, just like you drink water to cleanse all the toxins in the body. EFT is one more tool that you can add to your toolbox to help you cleanse and clear and purify those muddy, unhappy, stressful feelings that are bound to impact your body. And so EFT, Emotional Freedom Techniques, it's the reason why I am here in front of you today. I was diagnosed with a disease because of which I was in chronic pain, and I used this specific tool to clear away all the negativity, all the stress, and all the worries, and all the fears, and all the resentments, and guilt, and shame, and all of that negative stuff, to bring my body back into flow and into a healthy state. And the thing is, you can't, just like you can't purify yourself once a day and once and then just expect to be clear and cleansed for the rest of the day. Similarly, you can't expect that, I did some emotional mental cleaning today, And now I'm going to be good for the next 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, right? We don't think like that when we think of physically cleaning ourselves with water. And so I want to teach you a tool right now, Emotional Freedom Techniques, EFT. And to know more about it, you can go to my website, EFTthailand.com. But for now, just play along with me. So EFT is it's like acupuncture. I don't know if you've ever had acupuncture done. So in acupuncture, you stimulate certain key energy points, meridian points on your body, and just stimulate them through using a needle. But EFT is sort of I wrote down, it's kind of a mix between modern psychology and ancient acupuncture. So what we are doing in EFT is we are stimulating these key acupressure points in our body with fingertips, not with needles, thankfully. Just like that, just stimulating different points on the body with with fingertips, while we tune into what's worrying us, what's making us feel so troubled and worried and stressed and anxious. And so it's like an emotional acupuncture in which you tune into what's bothering you emotionally, and at the same time you're tapping these energy endpoints to clear away the disturbance that is being created by the stress, right? So if you want to follow along with me, if you want to join me for this EFT adventure, what I want to ask you to do is think about right now, take a minute and think about what's on your mind right now. What's currently the thing that you're stressing about? Maybe it's something at work. Maybe it's something about money. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's, the future projects. There's something about the future, upcoming assignments, exams. My kids are getting ready for some exams. So I want you to take a minute right now, okay? And tune inwards. Maybe you want to close your eyes and just tune into what's on your mind. What are you worried about? What are you stressing about? Okay? And on a scale of 0 to 10, how strong is this stress or worry or fear or doubt or whatever the feeling is? Maybe it's anger, maybe it's shame, maybe it's guilt, maybe it's resentment, maybe it's overwhelm. So tune in and on a scale of 0 to 10, where 10 is I'm really feeling this very strongly right now. 0 is I'm not feeling anything. And if you're not feeling anything, then you need to think about something that's stressing you out so that you can play along and use this technique and learn how to use it, okay? So the first thing you want to do in this technique is tune in and check in. What's bothering me? What's stressing me? And maybe give yourself a number on a scale of 0 to 10, just, so that once you've done the tapping, you can see if there was any difference, okay? So if you are playing along with me right now, whoever's here, if you can put your number down, like, okay, right now I'm feeling a stress at about level 8, or right now I'm feeling worried at a level 5, or maybe it's a level 2. So just, if you want to play along, if you choose to, you don't have to tell me what the issue is. You can keep that to yourself, but maybe you want to put down, or if you don't want to put this down, take a paper, right, and put it down for yourself that I'm feeling this and it's at a level 4, 5, 6, okay? And now what we're going to do is, if you have your number and if you've tuned into what's stressing you, now we're going to tap with our fingertips. Just take 2 fingertips, okay? And we're going to tap on different acupressure points on the body, okay? Just like that, very easy to access points on the body, top of the head, Okay? So tune in and tap along with me. Just listen to what I'm saying. You can say it in your head. You don't have to say it out loud. If you want to, you can say it out loud. But just follow along with me as we do this tapping routine. And we're going to check in with that number a little bit later. So let's tap. I'm tapping the eyebrow point. Tap along with me. And stay tuned in. Remember, this is not just acupuncture. This is emotional acupuncture. Tune into what's bothering you right now. Take a deep breath. All these worries on my mind right now. This stress that I'm feeling today. All this tension that I'm holding on to somewhere at the back of my mind. I can feel this in my body. I can feel this worry in my body. I can feel this anxiety in my body. All this stress at the top of my head. All these feelings of anxiety in my heart. All these aches and pains in my life, physical and emotional. All these doubts and fears. All these feelings of overwhelm. I feel so helpless. All this anger that I'm holding on to for a long time. All this tension and strain in my body. All these troubles on my mind, in my relationships. All this stress about money. All this worry about my health. All this stress. I'm holding on to it. These heavy emotions are letting me know what I'm holding on to. What if I could release these fears and these worries? What if I could release and let them go? What if I could clear these worries and doubts and fears, all these foggy feelings that I'm holding on to, releasing and clearing, releasing and clearing, releasing and clearing. They're not serving me. They're holding me back. They're keeping me stuck. They're weighing me down. Who would I be without these heavy thoughts and feelings? What would be possible if I could wash these troubles away? What might be possible for me if I could feel clear and lighter in my heart, in my mind, in my body? What might be possible for me if I could clear and wash and cleanse away all this heaviness that I'm holding on to in my heart, in my mind, in my body, somewhere in my subconscious? Wouldn't it be nice to feel free of all these worries? Wouldn't it be nice to feel lighter and freer and clearer? Wouldn't it be nice if I could feel released and relaxed? I could really do with feeling peace right now. And so I'm choosing to feel safe, to release and clear and cleanse all the stuff that I've been holding on to, consciously or subconsciously, and allowing myself to feel free and light and cleared and cleansed in my heart, in my mind, in my body, allowing myself to flow freely, allowing myself to have the clarity that I need, allowing myself to feel peaceful, feel more focused, clear-minded, clear-hearted, so I can move forward today, feeling peace and clarity and courage and strength. I'm choosing peace right now. And take a deep breath. Okay. So that was simple, wasn't it? And I want you to tune in right now. Close your eyes and tune into that worry, that fear, that doubt, that anger, whatever it is that you were feeling. And what was your number as we started? Was it an 8? And if it was an 8, what are you feeling now? Is it a lower number? What are you feeling? If you're brave enough, come and share it here. If you're feeling more peace, what's your number? Feel free to share it here. Or you can write it down and look at your number and see, did it shift? And what you want to do is maybe come back to this and use this process over and over and over again. Just like you take a shower every single day. Use this tapping, use this simple, easy to do anytime, anywhere technique that my kids have been using every single day for the past 11 years. Yes, we tap every single day to wash away that anxiety, to wash away the worry, to wash away the doubts, to wash away the troubles, so that we can move forward feeling clear and lighter. And you can accomplish a lot more. You can be far more productive and far more effective and far more precise, more clear in have clarity in making decisions once you are feeling flow in your body. And we were talking earlier about the water, and once you don't have all those jams in your circulation, you don't have all these jams in your blood circulation and the water circulation. We are 75% water, and when you consciously clear that emotional fog and come back to a place of peace and clarity, then you're flowing, and everything is working, physically, emotionally, spiritually, energetically, and you have a far more productive and effective day than you would if you were moving forward with that emotional fog. So, I hope that was helpful. And what, it's once again, going back to the fact that I am based in Thailand, and it's a Songkran festival, and it's the water festival, and we are using water right now in different ways to spiritually cleanse ourselves, to physically cleanse ourselves. We're visiting temples, we're asking for forgiveness, and it's all about cleansing, clearing, refreshing, rejuvenating. And so I wanted to share this tool with you, Emotional Freedom Techniques. It is so easy, it is so simple. You can use it anytime, anywhere, and bring yourself to a place of peace and clarity. And I hope that was useful. Natalie said, so interesting, during the tapping, a lot of water reliefs from my body. So all the water is related to stresses, absolutely. And water and emotions go hand in hand. We are 75% water. And so, feel free to use this technique. If you choose, come back and share with me how this impacted you. And it's not enough to just do this, tap along with me right now. You want to come back and use this technique every single day to cleanse yourself. physically, emotionally, spiritually, and energetically, so that you can move forward and be your most effective self, and free of all the fog that keeps us back, that holds us back and keeps us stuck. So once it's like, imagine if imagine your body as a system with all this energy pipes, right, in your system, and if they're all jammed up because of bottled emotions and negative thoughts and worries, then you're not gonna, you block yourself from allowing what the universe has lined up for you. All the good, all the wonderful things that you've been asking for are kind of on hold because of this jam. And as you clear and let go, you make way, you make space for the fresh and the new and the good to enter your life. So once again, I hope this was helpful. Thank you for joining me. And I'll get once again to all my friends in Thailand and elsewhere that are celebrating Songkran, a very happy new year to you. And may we all, spring is it's celebrated in spring, and it's really a time universally, in the whole world to make space for new. It's the spring season, so why not use all these tools to clear and cleanse, so we can all make space for all our wishes and desires. And that is my wish for you. Thank you for joining me. Sawadee Pi Mai. Happy New Year to you. And I'll see you next week again in my next Facebook Live. Thank you for joining me here right now, all of you. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye, guys. Thanks for joining.